How's it going, everybody? I'm UrsidaeX, this is UrsidaeUnboXes, and today I have my first ever CGC submission. I've submitted with PSA, I've had one submission with Beckett, still don't know what's going on with that, and for the most part, I've had a seamless experience, except for Beckett. Except at the beginning of March 2021, PSA raised their prices again to levels that these cards, I would never send them to PSA, or I would never grade them for that price, I should say. I didn't think I was going to be able to submit bulk cards, holos, ultra rares, Japanese holos and ultra rares, not full arts or anything like that, full arts and like the Pikachu sequin holos and McDonald's holos and stuff like that. Obviously is still going to go through PSA. Those are higher priced cards. Those are premium cards going through PSA, which is a premium service. No disrespect to CGC. Their bulk prices are just, right? You all agree with me. And if you have a membership, it's even cheaper. Like, come on. The catch is it's a minimum of 50 cards. So you're still paying a lot of money to get cards graded, but you're getting a lot graded at once, so it's okay. The turnaround time is faster at CGC. You pay less. Your return, if you do end up selling it, isn't like if you sell a 9.5 gem at 9.5 for CGC compared to a gem at 10 at PSA. You're not going to be getting as much for the CGC as you are for the PSA. So I guess, you know, that's why when I took a look through CGC and CSG for the sports side of their world, for their grading world, I thought it was the perfect company to bulk grade through. And so I put together 52 cards. I got a couple sequin holos after I put this together, and instead of reworking, I just decided to throw those two in. Oh well. And being a card collector, I'm a graded card collector. So this is my favorite thing to do. It's fun to open the boxes. It's fun to see what you get in that rush and that experience. And finally pulling that big pull. But knowing you have something. Unlike this Meowth V where this card is really off-centered, having something that you think has the chance to get the highest grade and to see it come back as that highest grade, it's awesome. It really is. And so being able to go through in the future soon 52 cards and see their grades with a new grading company, oh, you better know I'm happy and I'm excited for this. So there's gonna be 2 or 3 things. I'm not exactly sure. It's late. I don't know how CGC grades yet. So I'm not really going to be giving my guesses of what the grades are going to be. I'm just showing off the cards I'm submitting. And 2, this is the thing I really don't like about CGC. There's no population report, to my knowledge. Their comic book grading has a pop report. They call it something else, but it's essentially a pop report. But not the cards. If you have the cards, like the cert number, you can like verify that card, but there's no, like, you go in and you can see how many of these EVs are graded, what they're graded as, that kind of thing. Given that you're gonna have so many cards graded as 9.5s with 4 different subgrades, mine, which are gonna have no subgrades. Beckett has done a pretty good job at doing it. Theirs is a little complicated, but they've done a pretty good job at it. CGC, if they were able to make a pop report, I would be very, very happy. So there's going to be no looking at pop reports in this video either. But I've wasted enough time. Let's hop in, look through 52 cards. And then in a few months, we'll see what these cards get. I know CGC looks at centering as the most important thing. So like this Meowth V, we can kind of guess this is going to be at the very most a mint 9. Take a look at the centering as I keep going along. Make some guesses down in the comments below what you think each card's going to get, because I don't know. This is my test. See how CGC is. See how, I don't want to say strict their centering grading is, but yeah. So to begin, as we've been looking at for 6 minutes now, Meowth V. I sent the Meowth VMAX off to PSA for my VMAX collection. Meowth V though, finally just gonna go off. It's, like I said before, very bad centering left to right, top to bottom, but it's still an awesome looking card. I'm very excited to see what this comes back as, because I know that this isn't gonna be a top graded one. This is gonna be a lower grade. Not too low, hopefully. But this is also one of like the first things that came out. It is promo 4. So for me to have this card as long as I have, we have battle styles. We've had base, we've had Rebel Clash. Jeez, I don't even remember them. Darkness Ablaze, Champion's Path, Vivid Voltage, Shining Fates, and now battle styles. Even though 2 of those are special releases, essentially, the Champion's Path and the Shining Fates, we're still looking at about 7 sets. And we're in like, what are these promos? What are these promos? We're in the 80s. We're in the 80s. So to see something that was early on, I'm very excited to see how this grades. I took very good care of this, so hopefully like the surface and so on are gonna look okay. Don't mind this, don't mind these. It's just me and my cuticles, okay? This is one of those ones, if it comes back as a CGC 10, I'm probably keeping it. The Sequin Wooloo from General Mills. I love it to death. It's so good. I love that sequin. So if it goes back as a 10, I'm happy. Centering, I think, looks really, really good. The back, I think, looks good. The corners have that weird cut. It's not that, like, good rounded cut. So I don't know how CGC grades those, but if that comes back as a 10, I'm happy. We have 2 of the Morpeko sequin hollows. Once again, very excited to see how these are. Still not a huge fan of the Morpeko design though. Inteleon V. Very happy with that. The Zacian V. Never picked up Zamazenta. This was one of the worst 10s I've ever opened. So I just never went to get Zamazenta. Poltegeist. Very, very cute card. Very cute Pokemon. I like it. I like it a lot. I have 2 pre-release cards in this. The Charizard's already at PSA. So Flapple and later on Donphan are going to be sent away. Now, one thing I did notice while looking through these, Rebel Clash here, it's not hollow. The Vivid Voltage on Donphan is hollow. Although Sword and Shield on Donphan is not. So I don't know how, who decided to change that or how that changed, or if that's just an error. I'm not sure, but I noticed that as I was kind of going through the cards, putting them in the semi-rigids, that kind of thing. So just take a look at that later on. I'll point it out. But the Rebel Clash here is non-hollow. Vivid Voltage is hollow. 2 Hatena sequin hollows. Love Hatena's design. I have 7 Eevees. This is the other card that if it comes back as a 10, I'll likely keep it. and I sent away 10, or I'm sending away 7 of these, all of them that I have, because I want that chance to have a CGC 10 of an Eevee. I think that would just be fantastic. My favorite number in the ever is 42. This is promo 42, and it's an Eevee, and Eevee's adorable. Come on. So if I can get a 42 promo Eevee, the CGC 10 is going in my shelf. We have the Surfetched V. Very, very cool looking card. There's the Dawn Fan. You can see that Vivid Voltage is hollow, but the Sword and Shield is not. It kind of makes it look cool. I like the way that if you hit it at the, yeah, that right there, that glare, that the red, the yellow, the way it just pops, right? I love that. But I'm just curious whether that's an error or not, because I didn't notice it, and I don't think maybe a lot of people have. Orbeetles, every Orbeetle V that I own is in this submission. I think I have 7 total between the 3 promos, the Rebel Clash, Vivid Voltage. Is it just 5? Oh, I thought I had more. Oh, I thought there were more Vs. So the promo and the Vivid Voltage. There you go. Victini. I also have a Japanese Victini V. This is one of the ones I think might do pretty well. I think it's a pretty good looking card. So hopefully that's one of the ones that does really well. The chunkiest of the Snorlaxes, except Big Jiggly Pandas. Big Jiggly Panda has a chunky Snorlax. This one I actually pulled out of a Dollar Tree pack, by the way. I went into a Big Lots. I need a new box spring from my bed. There's Dollar Tree next door, and I knew that they had Dollar Tree Pokemon packs. You get like 2 or 3 cards in the pack for $1. And so I went to nab like 5. Didn't expect anything, maybe a holo. And I got a Snorlax V out of it. So hopefully this is one that comes back really well, because that'll be cool to see the quality that you still get out of a Dollar Tree pack. Rillaboom V. Rebel Clash. 2 Boltund Vs. Love the Lightning Pup. Basic design, but still it's Lightning Pup. There's my other Orbeetles. The rest of these really Japanese? Wow, I have a lot of Japanese in this. So the rest of these, like I just said, are Japanese. These are all of the Vs and the holos from S5I and S5R, the Ichigeki and Rengeki Single Strike and Rapid Strike sets. Started off with one banger of a card, and that is Entei. I love the look of this card. And Japanese cards overall are just made better than the English ones. So again, I'm very excited to see how these come back. If this is something where I can open up Japanese cards like I love to do and send away all of the holos and Vs to CGC and they grade well like they do at PSA, I am going to be very excited. Now, I do have the Tapu Koko V Max. That's going to PSA. Like I said before, all the full arts, V Maxes, all that are going to PSA. Meowstic. Mimikyu V. One of my favorite cards. Love the background for this. And I love that Mimikyu's eyes glare like that as well. It's so good looking. I really, really hope this card gets a really good grade. This might be the V that I hang on to. If not this one. We'll talk about that in a second. Cole, also one of the most insane artworks I've ever seen on a Pokemon card. Just the way that these, like, it's almost kind of realistic look. Almost reminds me of like a scaled down version of is it Legend? The 2 cards that you would need before you can play it, and they would have, like, you know, 2 Pokemon on them. Were those Legends? Because I thought Legends were the ones that had that like spiked border around it. I don't know. Single Strike Urshifu VMAX. If you know me, you'd probably be surprised that I put this one in this, but I did not get the Rapid Strike one. I have the Ichigeki and Rengeki VMAXs, but I didn't get the Rengeki V. If I got the Rengeki V, these would be in the PSA submission, but unless this gets like a perfect 10, I'm probably not gonna be too sad letting it go, just because I can go after the English versions and get PSA 10s out of those. It's a lot more difficult to get Japanese cards, you know, to Florida. Crobat, Houndoom, T-Tar V. I have the Tyranitar V full art in English already, not the alternate art, the regular art. Bronzong. There we go. I like this artwork. Stoutland V. Cheerum. Tapu Bulu. There's my other Victini. This one looks crazy with the way that the fire is just kind of spiraling around. Kingdra. Thing of it is, I've seen like enough Japanese and learned this much Japanese through like Duolingo that like I recognize the characters on a card. Can't remember what they are though. But I recognize like reading them and trying to learn them on Duolingo. Octillery. Maybe I should go back and start learning Japanese again. That might be fun. Empoleon V. Luxray. One of my favorite artworks I've ever seen. If I'm able to get a Luxray Holo in English as a PSA Gem Mint 10, I'm probably going to keep that card in my collection. It's just gorgeous. Necrozma V. I've already got this one in English. 2 Steelixes. And last but not least, a Corviknight V, which I already have in English as well. Okay, yeah. So you can see that that line right here is not on the card. I got a little nervous for a second because I saw that big line and I was like, oh God, what did I do? That's not on the card, but very nice looking card. Very, very nice looking card. I need the VMAX. I need the VMAX in English. So there you have it, guys. 52 cards being sent off to CGC. Their current turnaround time is 111 working days. So it's not like I'm getting it back in 2.5 months or anything like that. But it's going to be a lot faster than PSA. So I'm very, very excited. And I hope that you guys are too. Keep an eye out for my CSG submission, which is going to be a test of their sports side. Which, once again, is going to be a 52 card submission. It's going to have an old card, a 1989 card that is off-centered, as well as some 2019, some 2019, some 2020, and some 2021 in it, and some basketball and baseball combined. So I'm very excited for that. I hope you guys are too. I think I already said that. Let me just go to bed. I love you guys so very much. Best luck to you guys. I'm out.